With the course of time, Indian cinema has evolved. The plot, the ability of the actors to get into the nerve of the characters, the impactful and stimulating dialogues, and the eye-catching cinematic views has been making wondrous headways. Amidst the pandemic, it's not just the multiplexes which had created the essence of a release, but the OTT platforms like Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hotstar, Z5, etc. have been competing hardly in the race and emerging out with flying colors. In the light of that, a very enthusiastic welcome to everyone. This is your host Drishti Vinayak and you are watching ASCO Live. Today we have with us Ms. Asha Adhikari, an assistant professor and an expert in the field of television and films with a research on OTT platforms to discuss its significant and evolved role. Thank you for having us, ma'am, today with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
As you already know that we are going to talk about OTT today, so my first question, which is a very basic question, that what comes to your mind when we speak of OTT?
What comes to my mind? Okay. For me, OTT is, entertainment. It's entertainment. It's my entertainment, my content, my privacy. So that is entertainment. And in the beginning only, I would like to clear one thing, that right now we are talking about streaming platforms. OTT is, WhatsApp is also OTT, right? Apple TV is also OTT. So we are just talking about streaming platforms. So my content, my kind of thing, my entertainment is OTT for me.
Entertainment, as you've spoken now, these are some of the qualities of OTT, which brings me to my next question, that how do you think that OTT has changed, rather not changed, but impacted the course of Indian cinema?
How is that changed? Okay, so I think OTT has not changed, but it has given an ample, opportunity to film industry, to Indian cinema. We have, witnessed a lot of new things, right? We have witnessed new kind of content, right? There have been tabooed issues. We were not talking about so many things. So, OTT came up with this particular thing, ki, okay, let's talk about it. Then OTT gave us the ease, right? I remember, a few years back having a conversation with a friend or someone saying, ki, have you seen that film? And my reaction would be, ki, no, yaar, I really wanted to, but I couldn't because, I was busy and I didn't have the time and all those things. The conversation has changed. The dialogues have changed. It's more like, ki, yes, I have seen. I am watching it. I will be watching it, right? So that particular thing has changed. It's easy. It's all the time. It's with me, right? It's affordable, right? So that thing has changed. That has impact. We don't have appointment viewing now. When I say appointment viewing, it's more like, it sounds like a doctor's appointment, right? Ki bhai mujhe ek film dekhni hai and I need to have a show of 9 to 12. Right? अब 9 to 12 भाई I don't have that kind of time. तो मेरे को वो particular hours देने पड़ेंगे. It's not that anymore, right? So that has changed. That opportunities have come. There have been so many actors, right? जो हम लोग को अब पता लगे. जो पहले भी थे, they used to exist, but हमें पता ही नहीं था. They have got the opportunities. There have been so many of the, new film directors, filmmakers, right? They have come up with, superb work. I don't think theater they could ever get that chance, on theater. But OTT have given chances to them also. So if you ask me what are the opportunities or impact, I'll say there has been an impact on audience. There has been an impact economically on the business, once was making the business. There has been the impact on filmmakers, the creative people, right? All those people have been impacted, and it's a very positive thing. I see it as a very positive thing.
Definitely, like spoken about the ease, you've spoken about the affordability. So these are some of the aspects of OTT. One aspect which comes to mind is the content. So there is this one common trend followed, I might be wrong, but the content on OTT is unidirectional. Like you might find shows or web series which are based on some crime, attack, postage or maybe a community based issue. So do you think that now, since the pandemic restrictions have been lifted up, so people might prefer going to a cinema hall or going to a theatre, and it would prevent them from watching OTT? And
I think you have covered, there are two, three things we are talking in the
Right.
same questions. You are talking about having a different kind of content on OTT. I think this is a USP of OTT, right? We have a lot of content for each one of us, right? For example, in my family, I have my parents, there's me, then there's a kid, okay? We all have different options, okay? My brother loves to watch cricket, right? He has that Hotstar with him. We have Woot Kits for a kid that we have at our house. I want to watch drama. I have that particular thing. Ki bhai, main to ye series aayegi, I'll watch it. My mother wants to watch our old classic film. She has an option for it. So, to that particular thing, ki, is it? I'll say it's a multi-directional thing, right? For everyone, we have something. I want to watch documentaries. Yes, I have it, right? So it's something. It's multi, right? And going to the second part of your question, right? Ki will it impact the theatre? Will people stop going to the theatre? I don't think so, right? They will still continue. Theatre is an experience, right? It's an experience. If it's not ki OTT. I have recently seen a film called RRR, right? Though people are talking very positive about it, and there must be an audience, and but particularly if you ask me, I'll never watch that particular film on my laptop, sitting on my laptop and on on my phone, right? I wanted to have that experience over there only, and the Spider-Man for that matter, right? मेरे को नहीं मन है कि Spider-Man, to watch that Spider-Man on my phone or my laptop screen. वो आपको experience नहीं मिलेगा. Theater is experience. It's a feeling, right? OTT is different. So I don't know how to compare these two. It's I think the mutual thing between both of these things are both of them are for entertainment, but both have different advantages, disadvantages, pros and cons. So that is a different experience.
one thing which you talked about is that OTT has content for different age groups, which I'll come to later. But since we are speaking of the content, so there is no censorship on the content which is there on OTT. If in case the new IT rules get implemented, so how is it going to impact the OTT platforms?
Okay, how old are you, Drishti?
I am 20 years old.
20. You want censorship?
I don't.
You don't?
Personally,
Why?
don't. Because once we have censorship, then obviously there is going to be a lot of restrictions on the content which will come. And we won't be able to watch the content which we are currently watching.
So I think you have already answered my question. If new policies come or anything like that comes, I think that is quite hypothetical. Abhi bhi uski, there are cases. But I also feel that, again, I have used this word USP earlier also,
Right.
and I feel not having a censorship is a USP. And on the other side of it, I have actually two answers for it, that having censorship will have viewers or not. Viewers will be there, censorship or no censorship. Okay, viewers will be there. There might be a decline in the viewership, but viewers will always be there, right? We as an Indian audience, we have the acceptance thing, right? हम बहुत जल्दी हर चीज़ को accept कर लेते हैं कि अच्छा censorship नहीं है, very nice. अच्छा censorship आ गई, okay, right? हम accept बहुत जल्दी कर लेते हैं. थोड़ा सा issue create करते हैं, थोड़ा सा crib करते हैं, and then we are okay with it, right? So we will accept it, right? What was second question of your? What was the second part of your question?
My second part was that if the new IT rules get implemented, so how is it going to impact? Like, will the audience amount will decrease or will it increase? I think you've already answered.
So it won't. It won't. Yeah.
In one of your answers, you mentioned about that OTT has content for different age groups, and one of the age groups is of course youth. We binge watch content on OTT. So what is the impact of the content, specific content of OTT platforms on the lifestyle and behavior of the youth?
Okay, lifestyle. एक तो talking about behavioral thing, because it's a live show, I don't think I'm a psychologist to comment on that particular thing, but you being youth, and I interact with youth a lot, and I consider myself as youth also. So what I'll answer is कि there is an impact. okay, our viewing habits have changed a lot, right? How we interact with people has changed a lot, right? The word that you used, binge watching, it has an impact, right? I remember a friend of mine, she keeps reading these, romantic novels, and now she's more into this, all the time she's watching some romantic thing, you know. Now she has this fantasy thing in her mind, and it's like she binge watches every show, right? She keeps reading, so she has that kind of, in her mindset. उसको लगता है कि एक सफेद घोड़े में उसका कभी, lover will come and all those things would happen, right? So there is an impact. There is a tendency which is, abusing has become very cool. All of a sudden I have seen that, abusing is very cool. People are okay with it, right? It's like a okay thing for everyone. I don't know why. I think this has been normalized because of this only, because of these OTT platform. I don't remember, abusing anyone in front of any elder, right? But my elders are abusing. Okay, because those words have become very common. They don't think it's thing. So this is a behavior change only कि हम कैसे कर रहे हैं, right? There are some expectations, right, that youths have from everything, right from going to a desk, right from going to a college, how their parents should look, how they should look, how their relationship should look like to others and to them. There's a I may be wrong, okay, and I should not be quoted. This is my personal thing. I feel like mental illness जितनी उसकी awareness बढ़ा दी गई है, जो कि बहुत अच्छी बात है, लोगों को पता चल गया. But I also feel कि there are a lot of people, who are using this terminology in a very wrong way. They don't understand it. Why? Because they have seen it in some cinema, some film, and now they feel that they are also having this particular depression, or depression is a word that we use like very often, right? So these are the changes that I think there has been there in the society, which I don't know if I should like, dislike, I don't know, but this is something we have accepted now, right?
Right, like you spoke of mental illness, content is kind of being dramatized on such platforms or on such shows or web series, which kind of has an impact on the youth. Even if I talk of myself, then also, like you already mentioned about the fantasy thing also, even if I'm watching some rom-com, I'll keep on, just thinking about that thing, that something very similar would happen with me, but that does not. So of course it has a impact on our
So you have validated that.
Right. In the light of that, we have our reporter Vaishali Gautam on the field, who will be sharing the perspective of youth on the same. Over to you, Vaishali.
Content has been the key for the overwhelming success of OTT. The major portion of the OTT audience is the youth. So here we have some college students and we'll know their perspective over the same. So according to you, किसका content better है? OTT का या Bollywood? It completely depends on the topic. And अगर बाहुबली जैसी फिल्म है या हॉरर कंटेंट है तो वो थिएटर से ही अच्छा लगता है, उसका इम्पैक्टफुल इम्पैक्ट थिएटर से ही आता है. एंड ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर कोई लाइट कंटेंट है, कुछ फन कंटेंट है, कॉमेडी कंटेंट है, तो बिंज वॉच कर रहे हैं, वो आई थिंक आई विल प्रेफर ओटीटी. आई थिंक ओटीटी में अभी मुझे बहुत डाइवर्स इवन इंडिया में भी काफी डिफरेंट का हमें फेवर I think that is a very good thing. And also I think कि एक नया domain है तो makers are willing to take risk. They are experimenting with the content. So for all these reasons, currently I prefer OTT over Bollywood. तो जैसा कि आपने सुना, अभी यूथ OTT प्रेफर कर रही है, बट आपसे मैं ये जानना चाहूंगी कि यूथ पे OTT कंटेंट का क्या इम्पैक्ट है. देखिए इसके एडवांटेजेस और डिसएडवांटेजेस दो. एडवांटेजेस में हम ये ले लेते हैं कि मोटिवेशनल अगर कोई चीज आ रही है तो वो आजकल की यूथ को काफी अच्छा इफेक्ट करता है और उसका गुड इम्पैक्ट करता है. लेकिन अगर यहीं पे डिसएडवांटेजेस पे आप देखें तो फाउल लैंग्वेजेस और वॉयलेंस इतना होता है कि आजकल की यूथ पे वो बहुत गलत करता है. तो मेरे हिसाब से डिसएडवांटेजेस और एडवांटेजेस बहुत आजकल आपकी क्या. ओटीटी ना सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट प्रोवाइड करता है बट एजुकेशन भी प्रोवाइड करता है और अपॉर्चुनिटी भी करता है। तो जो सबसे बड़ा मुझे पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट लगता है हमारी यूथ पे वो ये है कि इतनी सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस में जो प्रोग्राम्स आते हैं तो इट मोटिवेट्स द यूथ कि वो जा सकते हैं, वो परस्यू कर सकते हैं अपनी एक्टिंग करियर अपनी लैंग्वेज में।
So OTT content has surely raised the bar. और जैसा कि आपने सुना, लोगों की एक्सपेक्टेशंस अभी भी OTT कंटेंट से बहुत हाई है। ऐसे में ये देखना बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होगा कि ये डेवलपमेंट का जो ग्राफ है वो किस डायरेक्शन में जाता है।
So these were some
Now
of the
I
inputs which So these were some of the inputs which Vaishali has gathered from the field. Let us take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back everyone. This is your host Drishti and you are watching ASCO Live. Before the break we were talking about the content of OTT platforms. Now let's discuss some more of its aspects. Moving ahead, my next question is that as you've spoken about, like I when told you, I talked about the unidirectional nature of OTT, but you talked about the multidirectional nature. So there have been many regional industries which have been using the OTT platform and are gaining spotlight. So is this going to affect the audience which Bollywood industry has in terms of the rising expectation of the audience?
Okay, so I can give a very straight answer to this, but I'll just tell you one thing. So when you were a kid, right, when you used to go to restaurants or any place, you were given, you are vegetarian?
I'm both vegetarian and
You're non-veg, you like non-veg. So how many options you had as a kid, right? There were only few options. Let's say if you're a vegetarian, you have only few options, right? That too in Indian. ठीक है, ऐसा Chinese और ऐसा continental sushi, all those Thai, all those were not the options. क्या ऐसा हुआ कि जब थाई आ गया, चाइनीज आ गया, इंडियन फूड की वैल्यू कम हुई? दैट इज माई आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. Tollywood, Collywood, and Hindi cinema, Bollywood, any industry that comes is an advantage, is a treat for everyone. But to that particular thing कि क्या Indian audience अब divert हो जाएगी, क्या वो कॉलीवुड को पसंद करने लगेगी? ऐसा नहीं होगा. In this industry we have competition, right? Indian cinema understands कि now there is a competition. People are accepting Tollywood, people are accepting Collywood, Mollywood for that matter. So they know it, they're aware of it, and they are making that kind of cinema. They are understanding, they are exploring, the actors, the director, they are exploring the cinema of South, right? They are experiencing all kind of cinemas, right? So regional industry will definitely have a growth, but I don't think that will have a decline to our Indian, to our Hindi cinema. Right, we will have audience for each, but yes, we will have more thing. We will have more audience for South क्योंकि अब भाई understand the marketing pattern, right? पहले कोई South का film आता था, so how many people used to watch that particular film? वो तब हम देखते थे जब वो to Z cinema पे आ गया या किसी टेलीविजन पे आ गया, स्टार गोल्ड पे आ गया, तो हम देख लेते थे. But specifically मैं किसी South Indian cinema को देखने नहीं जाऊंगी, right? But क्योंकि OTT आया, उसने हमें इंट्रोड्यूस किया, तो हमें पता चल गया. एंड दिस इज मतलब दो यू हैव आस्क्ड अबाउट रीजनल ओनली, आई विल ऐड दिस एज देयर आर अदर काइंड ऑफ सिनेमाज ऑल्सो. हम लोग बहुत अलग तरह के सिनेमा से, फॉर इंटरनेशनल सिनेमाज फॉर दैट मैटर, हम कोरियन सिनेमाज को लाइक करने लगे, हम हॉलीवुड अचानक से बहुत ज़्यादा देखने लगे, राइट? देयर इज़ अ रीज़न. तो हमारी ऑडियंस के पास कंटेंट, जो मैं बोल रही हूँ कंटेंट इज लकिंग, हमारे पास वेराइटी ऑफ कंटेंट है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा आ गया है. बट इसका मतलब बिल्कुल भी ये नहीं है कि हम जिस व्हाट वी लव्ड विल फॉरगेट, विल फॉरगेट, विल आई थिंक एज अ ऑडियंस, एज अ फिल्म लवर, आई ऑलवेज, फॉर एग्जांपल आई लव ड्रामा, ठीक, आई लव I don't know, but I love just Hindi cinema. So I'll keep loving it. I'll never ditch it for that matter, for any other cinema.
Personally speaking, I am also a Bollywood fan only, and I think you should never ever forget your roots. Now, since we've spoken of regional industries, obviously there are different actors who are not from Bollywood, and people have their favorites as well. So some of them, they are diving into the digital space. but some are not. Some are not preferring the OTT platforms. So what can be the reasons for that? Even the Bollywood, the big actors here in Bollywood are not preferring the OTT platforms. They don't want to come on the OTT platform. Instead, they prefer the cinema or the theater only.
Okay.
What can be the reasons for that?
So you said some of them are coming and some of them are not coming. So
Right.
I'll say most of them are coming,
Right.
and they are part of the OTT, of the streaming media, streaming platform, and few of them are not. Now, what could be the reasons? These reasons, I think, only they can share and they can tell. Maybe they, the filmmakers don't have that kind of budget to have Salman Khan,
Right.
To have that actors, right? In general, अगर तुम in general भी सोचोगे, how many films of Salman Khan used to get released in a year?
One or max to max two.
Shah Rukh Khan?
Again, same.
Okay. John Abraham?
John Abraham, I think, like he used to release around 3 to 4 pictures, but that too was very rare.
I think 2 films.
2 films, 2
right?
films, right.
So these are the actors. They don't even need audience. They don't need to prove themselves anymore, right? They are not there to prove them. The other actors, it's an opportunity for them. I mean, think of the actors. For example, let's talk about Bobby Deol.
Right.
Right? He came. He proved him again कि हाँ भाई मैं कर सकता हूँ.
He
right?
came, he conquered.
Yes, he did. Right? They had to prove them again. But talking about Salman Khan, he knows that he has fan base. He don't need to. उसको पता है कि OTT वाले जो लोग हैं ना, they'll start judging me. They'll start talking and writing about, कि how bad or how good of an actor I am. He has that kind of audience already. Again, Salman की film has a theater experience, right? तो ये इस वजह से है, is what I personally feel, कि they don't need audience. ठीक है, they don't need to be on that. Or on the other side, I think they are not. There are producers who are not able to pay them that kind of a salary or payment, right? क्योंकि वो production भी पूरा change हो गया है, right? So that is what I believe.
Of course, भाईजान की movie आई है तो वो people obviously prefer to go to the big screens and watch it.
Yeah, imagine ना इसको इस तरीके से देखो कि watching Sharma Ji Namkeen on phone, right? And watching a movie. A movie of Salman Khan on phone is different. It's a different experience. मैं सलमान खान की मूवी बीच में फ़ोन पे छोड़ दूंगी, ठीक है? शर्मा जी नमकीन शायद मुझे अगर स्टार्टिंग में पसंद आ गई तो मैं देख लूंगी, राइट? बट थिएटर में अगर मैं गई हूँ तो मैं सलमान खान की मूवी सलमान खान को देखने गई हूँ, राइट? अंडरस्टैंड दैट.
The value of the actor and not the...
Yes, I think that is the reason.
Continuing with the previous question only, there's a little addition to the question that these big actors, people idolize these actors, they worship these actors. So if they're not preferring the OTT platforms, is it going to affect the viewership of OTT?
Not at all. Not at all. I feel, again, I mentioned it earlier also, and I just want to again come to that particular point that OTT audience is there because of different reasons. One of the reason is content, right? It's not the actor, it's content that's why we are there. ठीक है, मेरे पास वो content है जो मैं देखना चाहती थी. मुझे I never wanted to see Tiger Shroff, तो मेरे को नहीं देखना था. I was not there, right? So viewership क्या कम होगी बढ़ेगी actor की presence से? I don't think so. There are different reasons. एक नई series आ रही है and I want to see that series, right? तो वो series में कुछ ऐसा होगा, ठीक है? वो पर्टिकुलर सीरीज में हो सकता है सलमान खान हो, उसी लिए मैं देख लूँ, लेकिन वो पर्टिकुलर सब्सक्रिप्शन उतने ही टाइम के लिए चलेगा, राइट? एंड दैट्स द रीजन आई बिलीव व्हाई ऑल दीज प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैव दिस सब्सक्रिप्शन सिस्टम की भाई 199 पर मंथ, राइट? 299 या फिर मंथली भी हैं और ईयरली भी हैं, एनुअल पैकेजेस भी हैं. तो ये व्यूअरशिप कम हो जाएगी? आई डोंट थिंक सो, बिकॉज ऑफ एक्टर की वजह से नहीं होगी. बट हाँ, आई पर्सनली फील दैट there is a challenge. There is a challenge for all these OTT platforms, and the challenge is कि now they have the subscribers, right? There are subscribers. How to make these subscribers brand loyal? कोई content आए चाहे ना आए, मैं तो Netflix देखूंगी, मैं तो subscribe करूंगी, मैं तो पैसा दूंगी, right? That is the challenge.
So maybe we can say that on OTT, it's not just the value of the actor, it's the value of certain different aspects like content, like the quality of the content, the cinematography, etc. But in theaters, we have the value of the actor. Of course, if it's a Salman Khan movie, then only I'll go and watch in theater, or a Shah Rukh Khan movie, then only I'll go and watch in theater. So yeah. Adding to that, we have another reporter, Ankita Bhatt, on the field who will be sharing the perspective on the same. Over to you, Ankita.
Bollywood celebs like Salman Khan, Ayushmann Khurrana are criticizing OTT because they think that, releasing content on OTT means compromising with the stardom and the standard. So let's hear from viewers what is their take on this. Yes. Why Bollywood celebs are criticizing OTT? According to me, I think your revenue or profits we get in Indian cinema theaters, the Bollywood actors get in Indian cinema theaters, they don't get that much revenue and profits in the OTT platform. There is a one-time payment that revenue and profits all goes to the OTT platform. तो आपके क्या लगता है मेरा ये मानना है कि अपॉर्चुनिटीज कम हो जाती है बिकॉज हमें सेम केसेस एक सीरीज आ गई हमें वही सेम सीरीज के हर एपिसोड में सब कुछ एक ही इंसान को मिलता है तो मेरे हिसाब से इसकी वजह से अपॉर्चुनिटीज कम व्हाट डू यू प्रेफर ओटीटी और सिनेमा I think I'll go with OTT because OTT में क्या है कि आपको एक साल का आपका सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लिया उसके बाद फिर आप कोई भी टाइप का कंटेंट देख सकते हो जो आपको पसंद है लाइक कॉमेडी हो गया टॉक शो हो गया एवरीथिंग इज नाउअडेज अवेलेबल और ऑल्सो टाइम कंज्यूमिंग तो I'll go with OTT उसका आपके क्या राय है आप OTT की तरफ I feel that you will OTT will cut down because again OTT are much more time consuming they save your time also आपको एक प्लेटफॉर्म में काफी रेंज बॉलीवुड टॉलीवुड हॉलीवुड आप किसी और से आप बोल सकते हो तो ये पॉसिबल नहीं होता है जब आप थिएटर के सिनेमा ऑल्सो एक अगर सिनेमा चाहते हो तो एक टाइम टाइम के बाद आपकी बॉलीवुड मूवी में भी हट सकती है बट केस ऑफ ओटीटी आप जब मन चाहो तब तो आई थिंक आई विल After hearing from viewers, I have come across Bollywood celebs are criticizing OTT because they are not getting revenue share. On the contrary, youth is preferring OTT because it is time consuming, cost effective. So, let's go to studio. Over to you, Drishti.
Thank you, Ankita. Now let's move with the conversation ahead. There is this one common trend followed that stories or shows are not winded up or wrapped up on OTT in one season. They're kept for various seasons to come. So do you feel like that there is this unnecessary stretch just to bring the multiple series of the same show? Do you think so?
You're asking me if it is necessary?
It is necessary or is it
Okay.
unnecessary?
So it is done to have curiosity. And
right.
as a filmmaker, it's really a good thing to have to make your audience curious about something is what I feel. For example, the series that I can recall are like Mirzapur for that matter, right? It's worth a wait, right? We keep waiting for it. There is a series called Family Man, right? It's worth a wait, right? It's just to make audience curious, right? Now, is it making audience like कि क्यों बार-बार ऐसे कर रहे हैं? Are we not liking it? Is it good? Is it bad? It's always the decision of director. It's always and also, once we know that we have audience. For example, we know that we have Family Man's audience, right? We will watch. Maybe we didn't like this particular season that has just come, but we liked the first one. So we'll wait, and we like Manoj Bajpayee, we like the Shrikant character, we like all those things. So all those characters will always attract me, and this particular thing will make me curious कि अब next में क्या होगा. Like there are ये तो अच्छी series की बात हो गई जिसके बारे में we have always spoken good, but then there are series like let's say 4 More Shots, right? A lot of people criticize it. Right, कि बहुत बकवास है and what kind of content they are showing, it's not real, right? But still they are making it, still they are announcing the next season, still they are leaving it incomplete कि next में कुछ तो होने वाला है. Again, they know that these people who are criticizing are watching it. Okay, they want to criticize it more. Let's make it. They know the audience. Yes, it's a good thing. So curiosity is the answer. कि ठीक है मेरी audience curious है, मैंने curious कर दिया है. Once अगर ये curious नहीं होगी तो नहीं करूँगा. First season करूँगा, second season, then full stop. नहीं करूँगा उसके बाद. There is a season, a very mini season. It started with YouTube, and I think the final season was on Netflix. It was called this Mithila Palkar's small
Little Things.
Little Things, right? This Little Things was a series that started with YouTube, right? They knew कि ठीक है एक series बन गई ठीक है. People started liking it. There was such a positive response. Then second came, then third came, then fourth came. Then came a time when they knew कि अब नहीं है कुछ दिखाने के लिए और अब कुछ दिखाया तो boring हो जाएगा, right? So they know. We are not curious कि अब उनकी शादी होगी फिर बच्चे हो जाएंगे. We are not interested. Right? They know it. So that is the reason. Curiosity is the answer.
Right. Like you've spoken of 4 more shots, personally I have watched that series, so I know that there was this sense of dissatisfaction after the first season, then after the second season as well. And there is this prolonged time period between the first and the second season. What they announce is not actually the date when they actually release the web series or the show. So how to tackle this? What strategies should the filmmaker or the showmaker should adopt to, you know, just get away with the prolonged time period of between the 2 seasons?
So, not releasing a series on a specific or set dates, right? There could be multiple reasons, right? There could be a reason कि उस दिन कुछ बहुत बड़ा release हो गया और, right? So हम नहीं करना चाहते थे. Clash नहीं, we were ignoring the clash. That could be one reason, right? We are not able to, complete the series on time. That could be one reason. There could be multiple reasons to it. Now what to do, I don't know what to do for that particular thing कि इसमें हम क्या कर लें कि वो time पे complete हो जाए, आप time पे काम करो, right? That could be one thing. But I think all these things are strategies, ठीक है? These are done intentionally, right? कि मैंने कहा मैं इस particular date को announce करूँगा, but now I can see that people are commenting, people are writing on the social media platform that waiting for 4 more shots, ठीक है? Launch today. A lot of talk is already being done about it. So I'll make my audience more curious about it. Right. Let's not do it today, we'll do it tomorrow. Okay, there has been a change in marketing thing also, which is part of advertising and marketing. It's intentional. Right? So, as an audience, we feel कि oh ये तो गलत हो गया, ये नहीं होना चाहिए था, right? But the next day भी आएगा, we'll wait for it. It could be done in a very creative way, right? So हमने announce करना था, हमने एक छोटी सी publicity कर दी, right? तो हो गया.
Publicity stunts.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Again, there is this one more trend which is followed, that one buys the subscription charge and other people they use the same. For example, भाई 2 घंटे के लिए दे दे, movie देख के वापस कर दूंगा, Netflix देख के वापस कर दूंगा, something like that. So how is OTT going to bring new users and how is it going to affect the economics of the platform?
Okay, so भाई एक चीज देते और this is such a common thing, right? It happens between friends, it happens between family members, right? But don't you think that all these people who are in this industry, they already know about it? They know.
They do.
There are few things that they have made. For example, if you are watching a movie and I use your login credentials at that same time, तुम्हारी screen बंद हो जाएगी, right? It happens. They know it, but then there are few जो चलाने देते हैं, तुम भी देख लो, मैं भी देख लूँगी, no issues, right? It happens because they want the audience right now. In India, they are still grasping the audience. So having the audience for them is important right now. उसके बाद they'll it will become an addiction at some time कि मेरे पास Netflix होना चाहिए, I need to have it. For example, most of the mobile networks, they give this networks this subscriptions for free. ठीक भाई आपने वोडाफोन का प्लान लिया, आपको 1 साल का सब्सक्रिप्शन फ्री में दे दिया. अब नाउ यू आर यूज्ड टू इट, राइट? यू आर यूज्ड टू, इट्स अ एडिक्शन फॉर यू नाउ कि मेरे को तो चाहिए ही चाहिए, आई नीड इट. इट्स अ नीड, नॉट एडिक्शन, बट इट्स अ नीड फॉर यू, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट दे वांट कि भाई अभी तो हो सकता है दृष्टि हैज गिवन हर पासवर्ड टू मी, मे बी इन फ्यूचर शी इज नॉट विलिंग टू गिव हर सब्सक्रिप्शन, उसको नहीं देना, हम दोनों की दोस्ती टूट गई, राइट? इट कैन हैपन. तो मैं किसी और से मांगूंगी, राइट? या फिर मैं अपना सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लूंगी, राइट?
So they play with the psychology of the audience.
Yeah, they do. And they are aware of this. This is a strategy. Okay, so they are already aware of it.
Definitely. Adding to that, we have one more reporter in the field, Mansi Srivastav, who will be sharing the perspective on the same. Over to you, Mansi.
Thank you,
थैंक यू सृष्टि। आइए जानते हैं कुछ स्टूडेंट से कि उनकी इस बारे में क्या राय है ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म के बारे में, क्योंकि आजकल जनरेशन में बहुत क्रेज है ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म का। तो आइए जानते हैं उनसे उनकी कुछ राय। आपका नाम? आप ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म पे कोई वेब सीरीज वगैरह देखते हो? जी जी मैं देखती हूँ। आप मुझे ये बताइए ओटीटी का फुल फॉर्म क्या है? ओवर द टॉप। आपके लिए ओटीटी का क्या मतलब है? चलिए जोक्स अपार्ट, आप मुझे ये बताइए कि आज जो ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म हम देखते हैं हमेशा, क्या वो इंडियन सिनेमा और टीवी पे कुछ चैलेंज कर रहा है? कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लग रहा है
Thank
कि
you,
वो
Mansi. Ma'am,
टीवी
I'm
को
going to
चैलेंज भी
ask
कर रहा
one
है और
last
साथ साथ
question from you. That is, what do you think is the anticipated future of these OTT platforms? Is it going to run parallel to the traditional Indian cinema, or is it, going to be an alternative?
Okay, I think I've already answered this, if it is going to be alternative
Alternative,
or
right.
as far as growth is concerned, there is good. It's going to bloom. It has a growth. It has a future in India specifically. We right now lump sum we have 432 million subscribers of OTT. That's a big audience, and there is an audience which is going to have a subscription. There are filmmakers who are going to make films. All those producers, why are they investing on OTT now? Right? There has been, in billions they are having this collaboration with all these streaming platforms. This shows that there is a future of it.
Definitely.
Again, is this going to be an alternative? It is already an alternative to entertainment, right? I don't know all the viewers who are watching this, how many of them actually watch television?
Television.
They don't, right? Most of them don't watch televisions, right? But they do watch OTT. But still, I feel that for theater, it is always going to be an experience. There are films, there are things which are going to be experienced on theater only. But as an alternative for entertainment, right? It is a biggest entertainment. Television को हम beat कर रहे हैं. And talking about future of it, I think I mentioned earlier also, and right now also I'm again saying it. It's the worry that all these Netflix and these subscriptions, these platforms needs to have, which is having customer loyalty.
Right.
For example, we had Big Flix, right? Big Flix was there in India in the year 2008.
Okay.
Right? In the year 2013, I believe we had Ditto TV. These are subscription based video only. Right? Same pattern पे थे, but नहीं चले. Right? क्योंकि same था. Big Flix भी आपसे यही कह रहा था कि आप पैसे दीजिए और ad free films देख लीजिए, जो आपको content देखना है आप वो देख लीजिए, without having satellite cables and all those things. But नहीं चले, लोगों को बात समझ में ही नहीं आई. Right? So then came this Ditto TV. Right? Same air में this Sony Live came, right? Sony Live उस time नहीं चला, right? फिर आया जब आपका this giant big boys or big players, whatever you want to call them, this Hotstar, this
Netflix.
Netflix or this
Amazon.
Prime in different airs. They came as Netflix जब आया उसने कहा कि हम आपको इंटरनेशनल, हम आपको हॉलीवुड दिखा देंगे, हम आपको कोरियन सिनेमा दिखा देंगे, जर्मन सिनेमा दिखा देंगे, डॉक्यूमेंट्री भी दिखा देंगे, आपके बच्चों को जो कार्टून वो देखना चाहते हैं वो भी दिखा देंगे, आपकी मदर फादर जिसको जो देखना है वो सब दिखा देंगे. राइट? इट वॉज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी. ठीक है, उसने अपने आप को ब्रांड ही इस तरीके से किया. बिग फ्लिक्स ने नहीं किया था ऐसे अपने आप को ब्रांड, वो नहीं चल पाया था उस टाइम पे. राइट? सो ऑब्वियसली दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ बिग थिंग इन द फ्यूचर. हैविंग टॉकिंग ऑफ दैट, इसकी ग्रोथ आप ऐसे भी देख लो कि मैंने कहा कि आपको फिल्म मेकर्स आर देयर who are making films and they wanted to launch. It has given opportunity to different people. ऑल्सो एक चीज़ ये भी देखने वाली है कि इसका प्रमोशन कितना ज़्यादा किस लेवल पे अब हम कर रहे हैं. right? पहले नहीं हो रहा था ना, तो ऑब्वियसली इट हैज़ अ ग्रेट फ्यूचर. फ्यूचर तो ऑब्वियसली है, बट हाँ, इट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू बी एन ऑल्टरनेटिव टू थिएटर. राइट?
Right.
That is what I feel.
It can just act as a supplement, maybe to the audience also, to the actors also, and
It
obviously
is an opportunity.
It is an
Not
opportunity.
yeah, it is an opportunity. It's going to be a big thing in future. बहुत सारे लोग again as I said कि opportunity बहुत सारे लोगों को मिली है, आगे भी मिलेगी. हर actor जितने भी यहाँ जो भी हमारी audience हमें देख रही है इस वक्त, obviously there must be so many you know of the people who want to be in the industry. They want to be part of entertainment industry, but the reality is that they don't have that. Right? They आज से 10 साल पहले उनको लगता था कि there are so many things you need in industry if you want to go to that industry. अब नहीं है, ठीक है. अब उनको लगता है हम जा सकते हैं. छोटे आप आसिफ खान को देख लो एज एन एक्टर. बहुत सारे ऐसे छोटे छोटे एक्टर्स हैं. जीतू भैया का जो कैरेक्टर करते हैं, देयर सो मेनी एक्टर्स, राइट? सो दे हैव गॉट द अपॉर्चुनिटी. यस, it has a very big future.
It's a boon
ahead.
for them, it's a
Yes.
boon for the film industry
Everyone.
as well. Well, this conversation has certainly given us productive insights into the world of OTT. Thanks to Miss Asha for joining us and giving us a sneak peek into its world. This is it for today. I hope you all enjoyed. We will meet soon. Till then, take care, stay safe.